Hi, I'm Matt with Schematical, and today we're talking about the diagramming software I've got. So last time I showed you how you could make a network diagram with that. Well, now you can take that network diagram, create a flow chart that is based directly off that network diagram that uses swim lanes. I might as well just get into it. Here we go. All right, so this is a network diagram of sorts right here. We've got our internet pipes where the internet comes in, got our application layer, got our database, Kinesis, and some S3 buckets over here, AWS Glue, and Athena, which I'm actually not using here, but I've got everything else, and a data analyst over there, which is acting as a user. Pretty simple, right? Wouldn't it be cool if we could just take this map and turn it directly into a flowchart swim lane diagram? Well, look at that. There we go. There's our internets, application layer, database, Kinesis, firehose bucket, AWS Glue, etc. Even the little guy over here dancing. All that with just one click. So in reality, my UI sucks so far. So we're just gonna imagine that was one click, but honestly it was about 6 seconds. So now here I already have set up a flow. So I can just go ahead and click on these boxes here and add in. Okay, that turned out weird. Hold on.
A few moments later.
So, okay, there we go. So in reality, I can just click here. I can add a new flow, start, update. There it is. I can click, one-click connect. Look at that. In reality, that's kind of silly. It doesn't make sense. It makes sense for it to start here. Yeah, it's still a work in progress, people. I got a lot of little edges to buffer out, but this should help with the videos. But yeah, this right here, I could just define the exact flow of how things work. So pushes the records to S3, so that should be Kinesis. Yep, because Kinesis Firehose will push that to S3. I probably could add a separate column for Kinesis Firehose. I just couldn't think of an icon for it. That's one of the toughest things, is figuring out the icons for this. If you want to know how I do the icons, check out my last video. It is in there. And then here you can see it actually supports multiple flows going on at once. So you can see that the data analyst goes ahead and kicks off a large data query here, sends it to Glue, Glue crawls S3, etc. Now, if you missed the last video, here's the real fun part. What if you wanted to see this play out in the network diagram? Wouldn't that be fun? Add some more buttons so this actually does stuff. Well, lucky for us, I already wrote that functionality. I actually wrote that functionality first. So we can just go ahead and hit play. Look at that. The web server tells the database to create a new record. This is pulled directly from that flowchart diagram. Hit play. The database creates a new record. Play. Pushes a new event, including the new record to Kinesis. Play. You can see it flowing right to Kinesis, pushes the record to S3. Look at that. Stores the event in the form of a Parquet file. And then we can see right there the second flow starting up, where the data analyst sends the query to Glue. Then Glue crawls S3. And here is where Glue runs the query and then saves it into the S3 output bucket. And then the data analyst retrieves the file, the finished report, from S3. So this project has been a ton of fun, taking a network diagram and making it into a real living, breathing data flow chart. You also can, I forgot to mention this, you also can export directly from the swim lane. So if you want the swim lane to download and share with people, you can. That'll actually show it to you. All this stuff is definitely a work in progress right now. If you're at all interested in using it, go ahead and comment or hop on the Discord and let me know. I will probably make this so anybody can use it, but at minimum, I'm going to use it to spice up my videos, which I think is going to be really exciting. New features I plan on adding. I'm going to make it so you can define the actual payload of the information being sent from point A to point B. So that way you can actually put real SQL in there, GQL, etc. All of it's designed so you can share a link to this. It's all publicly available. I will make that completely available on schematical.com once this thing's gone live, so you can share it with your friends and pass it around and use it to, share it with your teammates and technical diagrams and all that. You can have multiple flows for each map. So say you want to use the same map, you've got your infrastructure defined, and you don't want to have to redefine it for every single new flow you want to do, flow diagrams, you can reuse it over and over and over again. There's some things with the swim lanes as well I want to clean up. I want to make it so you can add decisions in there, and then when you're watching it play through in real time, you can actually decide which flow you're going to take, flow A or flow B. So that way it makes it easier for me to make videos that have multiple decision trees in them. Additionally, if you have signed up for my mailing list, you've probably heard about this recently, but I might even go as far as to wire in the board game I used to play with my staff and people that I was consulting with to help them kind of figure out and get their problem solving skills up to snuff. So if you're at all interested in that, definitely hit the subscribe. Lots of interesting fun to be had there. So that's pretty much it for today. I am really excited about this project. I know it's a little silly that I'm as excited as I should be, but I finally get to combine my love of pixel art, almost a little bit of gaming, potentially long run, and my profession of cloud architecture and designing big systems at scale in the cloud, and don't break the bank. So if this at all interests you, please hit the subscribe button. Also, don't be afraid to check out my book, 20 Things You Can Do Today to Save Money on Your AWS Bill. And as always, smashing that like button helps me out in the algorithm. So without further ado, thanks for watching.